but might have to just be on the desk. Took that table out. Oh, don't need this light on. Well, might be able to see a little better. Made a file last night that I'm quite excited about. And I was gonna make another one because I'm probably gonna lose this. And try to tweak it a little bit. So I got that. Nice, has an eye and all. Silver body. Not sure how it will do, but I got a piece of the end bit of a marabou at the back. However, it didn't line up with this part as I hoped it would. I'm gonna try to pull this back so you can see it's a little tail. Can you see it? Little tail back there. I wanted it to kind of meet up, like the ends meet up here, because it's nice and soft, so I figured it would do so. And also was able to find another I have big sheets of copper underneath the desk, but I was able to find another bobbin holder, and I promptly printed it. Can't get the support off. I really don't want to break it. It took 56 minutes to, darn it, I left them out there. Ah. Oh. One moment. It took 56 minutes to print, and super small diameter as opposed to this one, which only really fits this size bobbin. And I don't have any of the long bobbins. These are the biggest I have currently, and this one works perfect for this mono thread. I believe it's quilting thread or lace or applique or beadwork, and wanted something for these smaller bobbins here, or spools, so I think this will do. Just gotta get these. I printed it with the white. I printed it with the white plastic. It's a little bit more structurally sound than the blue plastic. I printed this bobbin holder. Everything is from Thingiverse. Hello, hello, Handman. Hello. Ooh, I forgot what I was doing. Hello, GKT. Aha, Fairsight Demonstrator. Printed another bobbin. Hello, Paul. Bascom, really? Lawrence Young. I'm making, slowly learning how to tie flies. And, I don't want to break it. Can't do. Okay. Learning how to tie flies, and I'm gonna remake one that I made last night if I can find it. But tweak it a little bit more. I haven't tested it yet. However, I put a little piece of marabou on the back. Got that idea from Stan's Flies here on YouTube. His tying is incredible, and what does that want to do? Let me see. Off to a slow start today. And oops. Hammam. So close. It's a little weak. I wonder if there's a way to, maybe no infill, so it's a little more solid. I'm gonna do that next time. Right now, a dubbing box is being printed. might sound gross to some, however, I'm going to try to put some of Church's fur to use as dubbing for a few flies I'm going to be using here locally. And found on Thingiverse a dubbing box that has little holes in it so you could pull the fibers out. And been making it with all kinds of stuff to give it a go, like yarn, brushing out yarn and stuff like that. And I wish I could knit. I really do. I could crochet, but for some reason, could never figure out knitting. I could knit like a coaster, but for some reason I think that crochet knots and loops are a little easier for me to remember. Well, there she blows thus far. The channel is clear. Very excited. I guess I'll try this. Yeah. Might be a little soft, so I'm also gonna try a regular size bobbin. Oh. That's it. Nice. Seriously nice. I had a slight plan for what I wanted to make, but I'm gonna recreate this or remake this one, and then I really want to make a green. Oh, you know what? I'll do that actually, because the black thread that I have, maybe I'll try it in this actually. It's so much weaker than the other colors. I'm curious as to why that could be. That gives a little less tension, so probably won't snap off as easily. A few failures last night, and rearranging the whole room. There's some a pain to deal with, but such is life. And still can't do this very gracefully, but I use this little hook to get through the hook. And I don't know, really wanted to get out today, but it just rained all day, and it's still raining. But hopefully, I mean, by the time it stops raining, it's gonna be pitch out here. I like it. I'll definitely be printing more of these. 56 minutes, and good evening. Oh, I just read that out loud. Pseudo wishbone, make a wish. Yeah, seriously. I usually have a jar of wishbones somewhere around here, waiting for some wishes. I want to put a garbage can next to me. Whew. Alright, so last night I tried to make, I'm running out of wet hooks. So I was using this caddis hook, but I haven't really, I don't have much of an understanding on these hooks thus far. So I like this desk so much better because everything is right in front of me rather than trying to keep what I think I'm going to use at a table in the middle of the room. And now I can use that table to work outside again. The cold front today, it was nice and cold all day today. Well, not cold, but nice and cool. I really wish the rain held off just a little bit to enjoy it more, because it's gonna be getting a little cold for me to swim, so I'm trying to find a wetsuit. Men's wetsuits are very easy to find, but finding one that it's been a little tricky. Oop. Alright, I hope this works. Oh, it's gonna take some getting used to. Did I use this one? Nope. Shoot, it's not ready yet. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Dang it. Just use this. There's some plastic sticking out of it. God, for some reason I can't seem to wake up today. Excuse me. And yeah, hopefully everyone's having a beautiful day. I'm not gonna get too wild with this sanding. I really regret starting the box so soon on the 3D printer. I found on Thingiverse eyes, like the mono eyes I've been trying to make, and just like this, which I did pull out some more thread that I wanted to give a go, because any type of shoot, dang it. Okay, and then kind of store thread, especially if there's a decent length of it, because this could be, oh, that could be why. There's a big hook on it. Oh, not those scissors. Those are for feathers and feathers only. Nice hook. Free hook. Fishing pier always has loads of free tackle. And got a nice little had a nice little arrangement of hooks on this plate. Some days I just like lose my footing completely. And today is one of those days. I had to kind of tear apart this room to get to the walls. If I point, it's a little hot back here, and if I point the fan, all the feathers are gonna blow off. Okay. Nice and chilly out, and rain is a nice. Alright, so the thickest mono that I have is dry rotted from a fishing pier that I pulled it out of. So I think that's why it's not balling up as nicely. And oh, I know this is gonna get lost. I lose lighters like nothing else. They just fall off the desk again. That's the last I've ever seen or heard from. Discovered there's a Hobby Lobby nearby, so I'm trying to make a trek out there to get some feathers, because I really don't know where to begin finding feathers online, and seems like most of the listings are just not very good quality, and for crafts it would be ideal, but I'm trying to find some specific, and seeing things in person. Ha! I am a crustacean. That is perfect. I've been wanting to try that all night. When I went to sleep last night, I was like, oh, I haven't tried the green thread yet, which this is, again, was just stuff that I found on the fishing pier. And I was all set up today to go out and to test what I've made thus far, but that rain said no, and I obliged. Alright, I'm gonna try this again. Okay, there's just like, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna get that. I have reamers somewhere. On the inside, there's just the slightest. Do I have power on? Or power's on. Did lose it. Was that last night? Did lose it, but back on, I guess, transformer blue, and half the town is still without power, and people out here, it's an agricultural area, so they fill their freezers, and people are donating all their food currently because it would just go to waste. And I'm actually waiting to hear back from Corbett, because they're going to be doing a like a food line out here, so I really want to get involved with that. I spent a few years volunteering at an apostolic church that was right next door to my apartment. Every single day I walked by, it would be the nicest, like older women and unloading huge trucks of produce by themselves. And hey, it was a really good workout, and I didn't have to buy produce for like years. Let me see. Ew. It's a little dingy, and I got it in that now. I'm just pushing, kind of form it against it. The black thread for some reason is god awful. However, I have oh, I didn't get the thread. Some bucktail. They're totally unrelated, but I'm really excited. Gonna be making a bunch of deceivers to bring to the pier. There's a really nice gentleman named Curtis that hangs out at Blue Heron Bridge, and the one time that I actually talked to him, they're always blasting music, having huge barbecues, so sometimes I just kind of linger, listen to some good music, and I got in a random conversation. To be totally honest, I couldn't understand every word that he was saying. However, I understood that he makes his own lures, so I wanted to gift him one and see how I did, as well as get some tips from him, and that's kind of going to be my gateway into a conversation. I don't like approaching people empty-handed. Oh, so there. I did not see that at all. And I still feel it pulling on something, but I'm just gonna ignore it for now. Okay, maybe it's not tense enough. I was thinking maybe of finding patterns or trying my hand at a cardigan to make extenders for the spools, so I could put any size spool. Kind of like how people put a ball of foil in to make a battery fit. I can kind of see it a little bit better. Alright. Pulled out a jump rope and convinced. I haven't been very active physically because there's nowhere really to walk out here, and besides just around. I like having destinations, or at least places to end up, and things to see. So after this stream, I have to cut some PVC pipe. I might use the stuff that I have already, and the cart that I fixed, I'm gonna fix that up to be a fishing cart, and then I'll be able to bring everything, not just what I could fit on my back, as well as a chair. And the chair out here is pretty dang important. I love sitting on the ground, however, no, we got pharaoh ants out here, and pharaoh ants are microscopic ants that will ruin your day. They feel like fiberglass, they really do. Lighting isn't the best, but I always look tired. I don't put too much mind into that. Try not to. Okay, I don't know if I want to add another tail like I did for that one, but I'll see how this one turns out. I really like this setup, however, since these are so small, I'm worried that the tails, like the spine of the feather, is gonna snap or bend, and then I'll have a kind of a one moment. Alright, let me get a few more fibers. I've been looking for white schlappen feathers, but I can't find them anywhere. So I was looking for also white saddle hackle, but it's also bony. I found yards of it, just like the stuff that came on my skirt. This in white. I was also thinking maybe I could bleach it. And I don't know how important it is that they're white. However, I really want to make a ton of deceivers, and that's one of the patterns that A, seems very effective, and B, well loved, and yeah. Alright. I always do things out of order. Okay, I already lost the tail. No, I lost the tail good. I have a bunch cut, however, they're much too big for this. And I needed my plastic storage bin, so I put them all in this bag that a snorkel came in at one point. Hello, Yolandi. Hello, Pimp J. Was my was mag du dort? I wish I could sprechen Sir Deutsch. I've put a few, I've tried a few times, and, for some reason, it's hard to, for me to learn a language without practice. I've been learning Spanish again, and, really value other languages. I wish I was able to, pick up quicker. I really like George Dancer and Nina Hagen, and Ramstein, of course, but I feel like that's George Dancer, Ich weine Liebe. Really good song. I think it means a little love. I also know how to say ziemlich gut. That's what I remember. Do you have a sequel? I was thinking about that. So, the few feathers that I have that are very colorful, I had them for so long to the point that they're kind of, how do you say, like, sentimental. But they're from Lion Country Safari, which is really right down the street. And I keep meaning to remember to give them a call, as well as pet grooming and Bush's Wildlife, even though I'm still very mad at them. I had a duck. Her name was Lucy. And, no, excuse me, her name was Dorothy. And I found her in a storm drain, and I would have definitely kept her if I knew she was going to be put down. But they said that she would have been susceptible to duck grape. I guess they say grape on these type of things. But, so, because I called every day to check on her, she's like, oh, she's doing fine. Turns out she wasn't doing fine. She was long gone. And finally someone told me the truth. Because I jumped out of a moving car to save that duck. I was driving along with someone, and it's like, there's a duck in the storm drain, and they just didn't show many signs of slowing down or pulling over. So traffic got a little backed up. I hopped out. It was with a towel. And I had her for a few days because it's back when I lived in a little beachy town, so I wasn't aware of Bush's Wildlife. I really want to break it because I just want to know how easy it is to break. I'm gonna do this one. So okay. I don't know. Maybe I won't. I'm just gonna keep it plain. And I really, for some reason, really like how this winter, did I have a bead? No, it's not bead. Let me build up some bulk up here. One thing I'm worried about with this bobbin, so I'm holding it with my palm a little bit for some extra tension, because I want the string to be nice and tight. so out of it today. Finally got back into my messenger messages. Thankfully my computer was on. It wanted me to put a PIN number. It was the first time I've ever seen that. And I just found what I was looking for. Alright. Okay. Ramsey not too long ago put out a song called Deutschland, but it's because it shows like every decade of turmoil, and it's really cool to see all the moments of history. One day I hope to see Germany in person. And Lynn is my middle name, so my last name is I'm just nothing against like my ancestors, but personally not the biggest fan of my last name. It just, I don't know why I said that out loud. But it just doesn't. I wish I at least got like a Stein or something. I don't know what I'm talking about. Under-caffeinated and overfed. I'm delirious at this point. Alright. Okay. Really hold that bobbin. Got a DVD in the mail today I'm very excited about. I'm trying to get the whole collection. No, that's not it. Saltwater! And the man himself left Ukraine. Which I think I'm going to be asking one of his people if I could just send cash, because I don't have a bank account, unfortunately. Can't get it. This is so dang soft. It's always a little tricky for me to get it. I'm so afraid of this thread. All of the other threads have been really nice. This really snaps really easily, and for some reason the black, this is thread that came in a little kit of supplies. It just had your basic stuff to get you started, and no brand or anything. Where did my head go? What else is there? I already forgot what I was doing, I'll be totally honest. I've just been kind of not fibbing, but like fibbing through, I don't know the proper verb. Fiddling? No. Just kind of making up as I go based on observation, because right now I haven't been testing any of them, and the objective is still a little unclear, a whole nother world. So just trying to get used to like holding the stuff in the materials itself, and getting to know everything. And oh yeah, okay, I forgot I did a silver body on this. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do purple. Or like a stripe. No. I haven't done the striping down it because it'll be slightly uneven, and I will spend my whole day. Hello, Islam. Taulu Toyal. I have to remember to say things in my mind first. You all got me a few times. I can't even say it out loud because of like triggering things. And which clever must say. Ooh. It's making a horrific sound. I don't think it's kept picking it up, but it's like grabbing the inside of the thread. So, alright. I'll do another, or should I do gold? I haven't done a gold one yet. And this set was $12 on Amazon. And it came in a wooden box and everything. And you have silk, another material. It's by Colorado Angler Company, poly and silk. Which I keep calling it silk. I doubt it's silk. It's it just has floss on it. However, really silky looking. And nice, and it has a sheen to it. Don't get it. Some of these are under wrapped as, well, not under wrapped, this bed probably means something else, but it's a little bunched up around each other. I wonder how that happened. It's a little awkward. It's incredible how kind of strong this stuff is. You can really pull on it. Try to stay organized. It's hot in here. It's definitely very hot in here. Just trying to maintain some bulk. Still haven't figured out how to do that to keep to get some bulk where you want it. I was trying to do dubbing noodles last night, and I have a loom that I made with just a piece of wood and nails to kind of hold the. Let me clip this real quick. And I just need a piece of wood with a nail attached, so I could then make dubbing brushes. I think if I could figure out how to make those, I'll be in good shape as far as like getting bulk and nice furry, hairy flies. The few woolly grubbers that I've attempted are just not, I don't think they're there. I haven't tested it yet, but slowly getting the hang of the saddle hackle, which I don't have the proper stuff, just, well, I don't know what makes it proper. I know there's different qualities. However, again, just using the stuff that came as trim. Ooh. Man, okay. So I may or may not have went on a little bit of a rabbit hole journey in the whole Diddy situation. Yeah, Hollywood is really crumbling. Which, I don't like wishing harm on no one. I'm not wishing harm on them, but, you know, it's bound to happen. It's the most perverse dang place on earth. My mom, every time she sees something new on the news, she's like, oh my god, you weren't kidding. Someone said that the baby oil could have been like spiked. what in the Caligula? Like, holy hell. And someone was traumatized in many different ways by the lad, and she describes an oil being squirted at her. Oh, I wish I said that different. And it's just next level. The movies that are going to be inspired by this is going to be unreal. Quite frankly, I don't want to hear anything that I heard last night ever again. That was menacing and holy, quite literally hell. Hollywood is hell on earth. I am very interested about the tunnels though, because there are a lot of tunnel systems in that area. And they don't call it the city of, wait, what is it called? Underneath? It's like the city of serpents. But there is, one of the reasons why I thought Boring Under LA was very ironic, because the mythology of it was I forgot. And the only person that I know that has a video on it is Robert Zepper. I haven't watched many of his new stuff. A little hard and I forgot what I was doing while I was doing it. I forgot everything. I think I'm just gonna keep this one simple. And did one last night that I kept, or the whole body I put resin over, and I really like the effect that it gave it. I got a little bit of the feather nipped onto it, but that's okay. You can't see. But it's a nice bullet looking body, and I think I'm gonna do that with this. Oh, it's really hot in here. Really want to get outside. Shame today. Thomas Nathaniel's back, so I don't think I'll be doing the canoe. Unless somehow I could find a trailer. One that I could walk with. Maybe make one. Just really 2 tires. And, oh, maybe changing the direction of the wheels on a skateboard. So instead of, and like, staple gunning some foam onto the skateboard. We did quite a few things with the skateboard that were very heavy. Oh, I need another space for this one. Like, skateboard. I could do it a little. Because I think that would actually work. Well, change the orientation of the wheels. So you got your skateboard. And the wheels are, this is horrible. Just, you know, change the orientation of the wheels. So you got like, skateboard. I just have like 0 control over your body today. So you would usually, like, that would be your side view of a skateboard. But if you change the thing so you have your, like that, so you just turn the wheels, or the trucks, and have the orientation being like that. Then you could use it maybe for canoe. Because I could drag it. I obviously can't lift it by myself, but I could drag it. I just need a different spot. I don't want to put Thomas Nathaniel III into any situations that involve, like, FWC. Because they usually take the gators, and if you know, they end up in someone's yard or something like that. And, you know, they do pop their heads in, and there's plenty of videos of them climbing onto boats and stuff like that. I'm not afraid of gators or anything. This one is just very curious, and comes right up. Like, I think it comes up to anything, but it feels pretty cool when you're like, big boy, and then the gator's like, phew, and it just looks like he's coming by his name, because apparently, yeah, one of his names. Oh, I told myself I wouldn't do this. So let me get the knot. And then I'll put eyes on it. Finally put my cutting mat down. It was getting a little destroyed. From Germany. Very cool. I mean, seamless, cool. I do like the word seamless. I don't know how to pronounce it though. I've only seen it spelled. I'm pretty basic American ancestry, German, Irish. I got Irish from my grandpa's side, and then everyone else is German. And, but I've been here for so dang long, so I believe they arrived through Pennsylvania. And, Pennsylvania actually has one of the oldest German dialects still spoken. If I got that wrong, please do excuse my ignorance. And, like, they still produce Fraktur, and, oh my god, Braucherei, which, is kind of like a Christian folk magic, all the different sects bleeding together because of the, freedom of religion. That was really one of the main points of Pennsylvania, and, really dying to go up there. Ich bin in dein Nachbarnstadt, Poland. I'm guessing. I know in German any subject is uppercase, which I actually adopted that a long time ago. Anything, any subjects, like in my notebooks, are all uppercase. I read it in a German textbook, and I was like, I really like the respective words with that. Amish Mennonites. And, gosh, why can't, I guess, oh, Pennsylvania Dutch. That's it. It was outside, and I got tons of ants. I lifted up a blanket, quite literally covered in ants. Pharaoh ants, if anybody is curious. Pharaoh, like a pharaoh, and ants, they're a nightmare. Entschuldigung. I do know Entschuldigung. No, I don't. Entschuldigung. Isn't that, excuse me? I could be totally wrong. Or is it sorry? Right, me. Sorry. Let me put this song in the chat because it is a golden one. There's a Facebook group, Outsider Music, and I believe that's what it's called. And one day I asked for German songs, and a ton of people responded. I only got to click one link before the admin deleted it. I don't know why. I think Facebook groups have a tendency to over-police a little bit, or self-police, over-self-police, which is understandable considering a lot of things get, like, I saw a listing for an advent calendar for fishing, and so I just reshared it. And I was told my profile has some problems, or issues, I think they said, and because I shared spam. It was just an advertisement. Nina Hagen, of course, I'm sure she was, like, very, very known, especially, I mean, obviously there. She got pretty big here, too. Party Monster has her song New York, New York in it. But Natur Train, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. That song is awesome. And Offenbanoff Zoo. I'm not sure what it, but she's a treat. I was lucky enough, well, not me, my dad was lucky enough to find a bunch on vinyl. I thought they picked them up for me. No. Yeah, there's just a stack of Nina Hagen. I was like, no way. And, yeah. But, I really like that. Excuse me. I wish I could. I don't know how people are able to play music on it. I wish I could figure that out. When I play music, I get instantly muted. Well, when the stream concludes, it will mute itself. And for instance, on Instagram, it'll cut the stream completely. And, which my stream was reinstated. I got a random thing silently painting in here. I think it's why I have a tendency to ramble. Someone said too much dead air on my first streams. And ever since then, been filling the silence with my own voice, which in person I'm very quiet. But yeah, I wish I could. I really wish I could. Because this whole, it would literally be a music marathon in here. It's one of my favorite things about this planet. And if you have any music recommendations, I am always looking for new things to listen to. There's a song for everything. Oh, before I forget, I have these really heavy, like they're heavy, butterfly beads. And I noticed that there are some beads in tackle shops that are spinner beads. I think this will do the job. And so I'm gonna give that a go also. And the lighting is really awful. I know if I point that directly at me, it's gonna look like a scary story time. Can you hold a flashlight under your chin? Truck, some skateboard, too. I do have a longboard, which might be better, because longboards have that bounce in the center and really big meaty wheels. I should just grab it. Because the wheels are like that, like wheel, truck, wheel. But if I switched it like that, because I don't have to put both wheels, or keep both wheels on the truck, I think that would be and it would be able to steer, I'm guessing. And just take a bunch of foam and kind of either E6000 it, or I mean, what's the stronger stuff? Donkey glue. Used to use it a lot. Had a traumatizing experience. My boot broke and I was gluing my boot and my friend's boyfriend walked in at that exact time and stepped on said boot. Gorilla glue. It went everywhere. And it went in their carpeting and it foamed up and it was very bad. Good thing they were renters. And still a little embarrassed by that. You live, you indeed learn. Where did it go? think I got sidetracked. If I ever get medicated for ADD, I just have to show them these streams, don't I? I was looking for like natural, not cures, but, and there's a plant, oh, never mind. Wait, which one is the illegal one? It's not that, because this is also a remedy for asthma, and it's Seta cordifolia, and we have a lot of varieties of Seta here, and Seta cordifolia has, oh, I always forget the name of the actual compound itself. However, it's actually used for asthma by way of smoking, which always sounds ironic, but isn't. And the only problem is it's invasive in a lot of areas, and it could really take over. And some people bypass that by growing it in nets, which is a beautiful flower, kind of like a pinwheel, like the ones you blow on. And Seta cordifolia, and don't remember what made that pop into my mind. I try so hard not to get this on my hands, and I fail every time. Alright, I'm just gonna cure the whole spatula, because in that way, ooh no, don't want that to cure prematurely. That's hospital issued hand sanitizer. That's pretty good. Random hack that I just discovered scrolling the internet. A lot of times when I paint, or I haven't painted in a while, but I used to forget to efficiently clean off my paintbrushes, and they'd be solid the next day. Hand sanitizer. I've used alcohol. I've used quite a few different things, soap, and hand sanitizer instantly takes off. And not only just regular paint, but liquid leaf takes that off too. I haven't tried resin yet. I don't think I would budge for resin, because when resin cures, it's an inert plastic. I really like saying that. And I'm so curious. I'm so curious what that said. I got oh, for some reason it was vaporwave music. I do too. I got really into Vocaloid. There is Yummy. Okay, so Yummy and Pinocchio P. Those are two that, of course, Hatsune Miku. But Yummy, I just really like him. Oh, it doesn't. Here, you know, I'll just I'll type the name of the song. George Dancer. Let me make sure I spell it right. Yeah, George with. If I spell it wrong, I do apologize. Ooh, I didn't capitalize the name. That's gonna bother me. Let me fix that real quick. Oh, this lighting is awful. It's alright though. Ein wenig Liebe. I really like this one. Ein wenig Liebe. Okay. I'm really curious as to what I would. Guessing wasn't very nice. That's okay. Oh, yes. Hello, Alvaro Sanchez. And these are just the eyes that I made with some sequins. Some 2-second eyes. Well, glitter. So it's one piece of like white glitter and then one darker color. And yes, they're are they hexagons or octagons? Neither. This shape. They're not circles, but next time I'm near a party store, I'll be sure to look at their glitter. I'm trying to make a day to go to Hobby Lobby to find some feathers I could see in person. Because I can't seem to find any online. I mean, obviously there's feathers online. The ones that on fly shops are just a little pricey. And the ones on Amazon are very hit or miss. Like every single listing and review, it looks like a totally different pack. Please excuse me. Just want to get this as even as I can. And the eyes do look a little big for these, however, there's some big goggly eye things down there. And habla español. I'm putting in an active effort. I cannot say much. I can say quiero camino. See? Quiero camino con mi perro. And I'll apply? No. I'm talking Duolingo, like, I do want to, every few years I'll get on a kick to learn a language, but then I never get very far because I don't get any practice in, and, too shy to actually talk to people in tandem. Can I listen to it like a radio? Tandem is great. Tandem is a language app. They have parties, and they have karaoke parties, and everyone's just like singing songs and news and stuff like that. If something wild is happening in the planet, I'll change my language to that country's mother tongue to be able to hear exactly what is happening. And people on there are just looking to learn about different cultures, so it's a nice atmosphere. I'm always too shy to say anything. Poquito. Mucho poquito, if that is a way of saying an extremely small amount. But I live in South Florida, and it's been something that I've been really wanting to put effort into, and I think with fishing, it's given me a little bit more confidence out in the world, and like starting conversations with strangers, and because there's so much I could be learning from the people that are fishing around me, and I don't want to lose any more chances. Oh, hello, Tom Mix. I'll run out really quick just to see. I'm just so curious. I'm gonna do the body first. So that's it thus far. However, what I'm gonna do is put resin down the entire body. If I have enough here, I might have to squirt some more on there. Oh, buddy. Should be wearing a mask again, but now it's too late. The resin that I'm using is by Mr. Resin, and it's got a really nice flow. So close, just a little bit more. The next thing I want to practice adding weed guards, especially for the canals. And as far as I could tell, it's just a little piece of mono that goes from your nose, if you will, to in between that and the gap of the hook, or the gape. And just allowing weeds and plant matter to slide on by, or your hook to slide on by. Man, this lighting is weak. Also trying not to look as okay. Learning to make lures and tie flies. I don't have a fly tying. I don't have a fly rod or reel currently. However, I got a really light spinning reel, and just been using that. And for the most part, fishing in local waters, but when I fish on the ocean, it's right off a seawall, so I don't have to worry really about casting or on a pier. And a lot of the fish that I'm going for, like structures, so they're around the legs of the pier. And I don't really have to worry about casting these little guys. So really using these to learn how they move underwater, what the objective for each pattern is, because then I could recreate them a little clearer and I would understand better like the purpose of each material, because there's all different types of furs, feathers, and they all move differently and act differently. And so learning all that by just continuously tying fly after fly, and until understanding, until I'm struck with understanding, which slowly starting to. So do you have power yet? Fiercescythe and Stray to ruin it? Oh man, still can't get over the tornado though here. I haven't seen much on the news, like at all. It's kind of odd. I think in a weird dark way, I don't even know how to put it into words. I haven't seen much coverage on exactly what the damage that the state went through. Really, like nothing. It's already pitch here. Oh, there's a little bit of. I guess I don't know if you were able to see the Northern Lights last night, but apparently it was visible all the way down here. On the map, it showed that. This is so weird. Oh, I see myself mirrored. I have both of my phones up, and it's just like a mirror. And hello, Mayrab. I mean, I'm always at this desk, so I should reach out. And it's still raining pretty good out there. And I'm so curious, is YouTube removing the comments? I got thick skin, I don't know. But the curiosity eats at me. I'm gonna do a little flip. Now I got 2 of those guys. And with slight variations. And slowly filling her up. And yeah, really excited to get some proper materials and chartreuse this giant sheets of copper. Really either want to I think they're from ACs. Got 2. This one's nice and thick. But could pretty much do anything with these. Do a little metal smithing, but like with the micro torch, nothing extensive. I have a few pieces now that I could access this. This drawer is just a bunch of stuff that I've made throughout the last year or 2. So in my bag of rings that I made with copper pipes, broken sterling chains. Sterling, copper, and brass goes really well together. Soldering wise, this is one of my first ones. Can't really, you know what? I will first lay some out and then switch the camera around. The camera is leaning on a like tool thing. Okay, no, I won't. So here's the first one. And just twisted it, and this is sterling. I balled up a bunch of copper wire to make kind of like that flower look. My funny bone was resting on the table, my hand just shook out of place. This is the first stone I tried to set, and I just hammered a piece of sterling, a blob of sterling. So I took all my broken sterling chains and melted them, blobbed them, hammered them, and then cut a strip off of another hammered piece to try to make a bezel. I chipped the stone though. It's a sapphire, I believe. At least that's what I was told. And this, I set one of my grandma's earrings because I thought I only had one. Years later, I found the other one. Sterling. And let's see. Oh yeah, this is the only cage I was able to successfully create. And it's probably a, you know, a lab made garnet or ruby, I'm not sure. I don't think it's anything too grand. And then this is one of my favorites, not because of the aesthetic or anything. The brass is from a 1960s mirror, and I, made the back, the bezel. The entire thing is made from that mirror. I just cut strips of it. And the stone is glass, made to look like opal. And then it's amazing what you could do with a hammer. And these are my first attempts at, and I didn't have any sheet metal or silver or anything like that, so you could see it almost. Here, let me zoom. You can see how thick. It's like the thickness of a coin, because this is one of the first ones, so wasn't able to really get it much thinner than that. I do like how these two cupped pieces of sterling on copper pipe. After some steel wool, they look quite nice, if you don't mind me saying so myself. For what they are. Very brutalist, if you will. Really enjoyed it, then kind of fell off of it. This one's not very great, but I was going for something. And some more flowers. These flowers are really easy to create. Just two, and I don't have a dapping tool or anything. I just took a block of wood and carved a little half circle and then used that to hammer. And yeah, I think that's all the decent one. Oh yeah, this also is made with that mirror, but I also got some like sawtooth bezel tape from Etsy. A good amount for $4. Brass. It's not most expensive metal, so you're able to get a bunch of pieces to mess with. And this is sterling. And the back is brass. Oh, this isn't the brass from the mirror, actually. I'm sorry. This is brass that I found on the beach. I am so curious. You're really going hard, Mayrab. I'm very curious as to what is so, yeah. Let me go. This is one of my first ones too. This is back when I just had a few pieces of pipe, and it looks kind of nice because of it. And you could just bend it into nice shapes and add beads and stuff like that. I tried enamel a few times. I just have glue, and it was really hard to get even layers of it, so I ended up cutting up a reusable coffee filter. Yeah! So I found this on the beach. Isn't it lovely? And I just used this for that back. It's brass. Really nice and soft, easy to cut, easy. It's brittle, but perfect to cut and hammer. Yeah, a few scraps of it left. Still got a big old pile of craft supplies behind me because I've been trying to get under and around every piece of furniture in here. I think I'm probably not going to be making anything except stuff that could land some fish, so I'm trying to make this a proper fishing den because I keep my mind in one place. And I'm kind of on my forever tip now, so you live once, life is short, and so I want to kind of as a human feather for a good majority of my life, but I really want to instill more purpose into my personal life. And I'm so curious as to what this said, but I guess I'll never know. It's okay. And the Cast King mini bags are on sale. It's taking every fiber of my being. Trying to get some discreet stuff so I could kind of sneak around in these parts. Not very many fishing spots, and the one that I've landed on is quite a decent hike. So I have to get to here. Yeah. So slowly preparing for that. I'm not quite ready. Waiting for a proper cold front, so the mosquitoes are a little bit easier to deal with because they could be quite brutal. They are quite brutal. However, I don't think they should be decimated because the Gambusia would starve. And well, I finished that one. Now what? Been looking through the encyclopedia because there are tons and tons of patterns in it. And I'm focusing on streamers. And I think those would be the easiest and most useful for me personally. Let me flip this around. Oh, and zoom out. Aren't these incredible? They look like hawks. So, let me stand. This book is a dang godsend. It really is. It's got everything, even down to fish species. That squirrel doctor is madness. Really nice. Remote viewing. I firmly believe that it's 100%, honestly. If you think about wild animals and their instincts and the way they communicate, I feel like we're not very far off of that. However, with all the distractions, it's really hard to maintain like self-aware, I guess, of internal instincts. I deal with it all the time. Like, I mean, probably gonna sound a little nuts for a good second, solid second, but if you close your eyes and you focus on that like darkness, you literally start seeing clear state imagery. I mean, what else? I mean, meditation, I guess, would be anyway. But example for me would be long story short, I woke up in some bushes after spending the night in them, and took a little nap in some bushes, and couldn't find my bag. I just kind of assumed it was elsewhere, and couldn't find it, so I decided to go out on my own and not pay attention, like external attention, and just kind of went on bike, turned when I turned, didn't really put much thought into it. I found it within minutes, and tiny little black bag in the expanse of the Florida swamp, and already after like looking a while with someone else, found it just by it just arrived to it in a very extraordinary way, in my opinion. And little things like that, I think there are plenty of instincts intact. It's just trying to put it into words. And like, remote viewing, I always felt like that was, just yet another lost instinct. Yes, you can post a link here, absolutely. I'll be able to click it and save it. I got the other phone here. Oh, yeah, I haven't been doing much in the garden. Preparing for that, though. Finally found some mosquito larvae for the gambusia, and been feeding them a mix of bloodworms and mosquito larvae, and there's so much that I planted in seed trays last year that's still alive, which I'm really excited about. My name tree, the one I found on a Facebook Marketplace, passed away, unfortunately. No way, Mara! That's really cool. I deeply appreciate that. I still don't know how to react to certain things, because, and I don't want to say socially awkward, but I feel like I am. Oh, that would be sweet. That would be really sweet. Yeah, I got so much stuff made too. I just like this whole freaking drawer. And this is just like the stuff that is in this drawer. I have much everywhere. Like, this is actually 2 separate resin molds. I made this for someone, but they never picked it up, so it ended up in here. I also like doing beadwork. Not too extensive though. These are actually a huichol pattern, and they're peyote flowers. And a bunch of stuff like this. French beading, just in circles. You could use it to make pretty dang realistic flowers. And some soldered stuff. Got so much freaking directions. And a bunch of pins. Some of the first things I made. I still have it. They're in here. Got the cigarette from a Chinese restaurant. And these are real leaves. I really like sealing, and I could keep the natural leaf shape pretty dang decently. It took freaking years to figure out how to do that. But I'm not even kidding. I mean, wish I figured it out sooner. Could put any charm in it. Just takes me a little second to find specific charms, but I have a bunch to work off. This is an issue though. I'm not sure what causes that, because there is no breach in the resin. I'm gonna put some mylar in it, but those are sequins that came in like a set. It kind of reminds me of like a Vegas hotel. A bunch of these onks with various materials. Got some rosaries left, but never did anything with these, because these ones in here, the ones that I've sold have really old rosary pieces. I get at flea markets, broken ones. I don't know. I'm not feeling some of this stuff anymore. I think it's because of seeing like what people are creating today. It's just amazing, all the supplies and stuff that are out there. This is for holding a book open with random stuff from the garden. I like doing the leaves though, because it's really nice when people send me like a piece of a plant that's really special to them, and I'm able to seal it forever. I used to wear this every day, but my dang, what's it called? The chain broke. I made a crown for some reason. Those are those doodles. But they're solid pieces of plastic. You could seal anything. Oh, these are cool too. For hair. I don't know if you can see. Little snake. This was just one piece of wire. I really like making things out of the bare minimum. This is Lang Lang, my tree, rest in peace. And I didn't even wait until it was cured. And for some reason this one never rotted. They usually rot. Because like this didn't rot either. It's just some, you know, unhappy spots. However, I could not get the daffodils dried in the silica without them cracking, so I just sealed one right off the plant. And this is actually like 2 years old now. Looks fine. Haven't really been able to sell anything around here, so kind of fell off really hard. Let's show this one last time. I don't know why I like that so much. This one has money in it. It's also tangled. But I still have the crucifix mold too, so I'm able to make those with anything. And this is 3D printed. That's what this drawer is, pretty much experiments. And the first one's going here. But that's a 1940s advertisement. The dang bubbles. And these ones sold like crazy. Printed ocarina. I also made these. I haven't sealed this one yet, but I just thought it was clever. For the most part, was using these as buttons. But isn't that cool? This is a, what is it called? Kratom? It's a really popular plant. But I managed to get a branch. Isn't that crazy how there's a cross on the inside? The small branches, you could tell, are very cubic. I really don't doubt that, Richard S. I think instincts and just like instincts within species, and as we are all the same species. Isn't that wild? I just can't get over the crosses in it. Really like tinkering with things. And this is a leaf print, but I never sealed it. Just made the back kind of black with white splatter. Oh, I do have a button left. Yeah. A chicken bone. I was trying to, I had a bunch of sequins. I didn't know what to do with them. These ended up great. Really good. Well, I did make a little cinnamon roll for some reason. I tried to do the crab shells, but they did not turn out good at all. Right over there. Still have to bake them and make a mold, which I haven't made molds before. I tried with a 2-piece mold maker and I didn't make a mold, but I made a huge mess. Very big mess. There's a store around here called the Glue Factory, and I'm trying to get a steel drum. I really want to make an outdoor cooking setup again, and found rocket stoves are now everywhere, and Amazon has a pretty decent one in a travel size, and really wanting to get that because it's nice and contained and could cook anywhere. And my whole goal is just to become sufficient in that way, by meaning like so much could be fit in a bag. You could have your food acquisitioner, aka your fishing rod, and a little grill, and think that's pretty ideal, because then, you know, every box is checked in that situation, and I just want to spend as much time outside as possible. Out here, it's a little difficult because the mosquitoes are really brutal. I have a bee hat somewhere. I just can't find it. However, I think finally the weather is changing enough that they're being driven away, and it's bad. I'm born and raised Floridian. I laugh at all the times that I complained about mosquitoes on the coast. I laugh because they're nothing like the swamp. Holy hell, multiple species, like a dozen species, and other things like deer flies and horse flies. The mosquitoes, I mean, you go like that. Don't wear white, because you'll have little blood stains everywhere. And like, they're just a lot, and they're meaty. You know what I mean? They're really big. Some are really small, and their welts are worse than the large ones, but the large ones just feel very unsettling when you have to brush them off. Is that a broom? No. I have a bunch of cry cut paper that I don't need. I threw away so much stuff yesterday. I'm quite proud of myself. I have a tiny little pile to sift through, and a bunch of, like, if I pass by a craft kit that's like a book, I can't pass it, but so I'm trying to find the school to give all this stuff to, or just a random human being, because I don't want to toss it, and it's really far from any places I could donate stuff to. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm quite hungry. I really want to try to make that with the peacock curl, but for some reason I can't get the hurl to lay it nicely, so I'm guessing I'm just attaching it in a not good way. And I have to get on my phone for a little bit, because I've got some things to respond to, and I think I'm going to be asking if I could send cash to get some of Lefty Cray's lures or scraps, anything to frame. And really excited, but then also very nervous. So I've been avoiding my phone at all costs. Aren't these incredible? Like, look at that! The peacock swords, I believe they're called. I used to have so many of them. It pains my soul how many I used to have. But they were turned into hats. Ever since I was a kid, I used to make kind of like the 1940s style hats, feathers, and little clippy things. And I have a few left somewhere. And also hats with twigs. Oh, by golly, I think they're up there. I just haven't been wanting to go through these. The color is so exquisite. And out of the peacock feathers that I have to work with, these are probably not the best quality to, like, experience tie flyers. However, they're the best quality I have, and I can't stop looking at them. But I know when I start digging through them, they're going to go fast. And I'm trying to get all materials while using as little as possible. So by the time that I have what I'd like to work with, I'm doing it nice and slowly, because there's just so much to filter through. And every day I find a new shop with very, very different archives, like, not archives, but there's just so many different materials, and I really don't want to go overboard or get something only to have the next day be a different necessity. And I really try to work with what I have. However, it is a new world, so I am trying to pick up some like different furs and feathers. The main feather that I really want, I can't find anywhere. It's called schlappen, and I really can't find it. And to make matters worse, I was on a forum of fly tires, and it didn't seem like a lot of people there could find them either anymore. So I wonder if they're being used for something. I read that fly tires were a little frustrated with jewelry makers when they started making feather earrings extensively. Which I remember that clear as day. Everyone had feathers everywhere. Early 2000s was a very confusing time for fashion. It's my time period, so like, I mean, belts over t-shirts. I'm talking t-shirts over jeans. I'm talking skirts over the jeans, under the t-shirts, under the belts. We went wild, didn't we? A lot of it's coming back now. But anyway, y'all don't care about that. ¿Tú hablas un poco de español? Unfortunately, no. I could say I want to walk with my dog, I think. Quiero camino con mi perro. And I could say izquierda. Racheta. That sounded like I was trying to speak Italian. I don't know any Italian either. I could say my, mi chiamo Jamie. I had an Italian pen pal for a long time. It was actually a whole family. They wanted to maintain practice speaking English. I thought I was gonna pick up some Italian. I did not. However, it was really fun. It was a husband and wife and their 2 kids, and they were just all set in front of the camera and we just talking about random stuff in Florida. And good times. But I really am putting effort into learning this time, which every few years I do. However, my life's not getting longer, and there are a few things that I've always wanted to be able to connect with, and a lot of the people that are fishing around me, Spanish is their first language, and they are fishing for similar species, and a lot of people trash a lot of the fish, even though there are uses for just about all of them. And so I've been trying to put more of an effort to ask people what they fish for, and like what is big in certain areas, and in Southeast Florida, so it's, and on top of that, it's a gorgeous language. I really, really like Chavela Vargas. She's a ranchera, and her music is just incredible. Make you feel things you didn't know possible. Make you feel at depths previously unexplored. There's one song called Que te vaya bonito. Juan Gabriel too. Those are 2 musicians really, really like. Juan Gabriel has a song called Hasta te conocí. I believe it means Until I Met You or something along those lines. Incredible song. Bella's Artist is the performance there. Really incredible. Pero alguna palabra si sabes en español. Sabes is a word I always come into contact with, and I'm finally gonna look it up. Spanish to English. Oh! So when Daddy Yankee says, tu sabe, it just means you know. I might be slightly more annoying these next few weeks. That's one word that I see and come into contact so much, and for some reason just never looked it up. And alguna... Okay, some alguna, pero alguna, but some palabra. I would be so sick to turn this into like okay, so some words are, oh, some words I know in Spanish. Casilla is you, no. Because I know it's yes, but I also see it used in, pero alguna palabra, sí. But some words, yes, no. ¿Has estado en España alguna vez? Hello, Figboard! We are currently learning Spanish. It's a beautiful thing. Let me look up estado. I feel like that means... I was gonna say it meant start, or it sounded like it meant start. Try to fill in blanks before I look up the blanks. I'm done. It right? That isn't wow. That is funny. So there's a schlappen shortage currently here in 2024. 2024 schlappen shortage. Yeah, no, I could hardly believe it, because before even looking it up, I just couldn't find any listings, and anytime I see like saddle hackle used for bodies, it says also that you could use schlappen instead as a kind of a, how do you say, substitute. And now it seems to be the other way around. If you need a shopping, you can use the saddle hackle as a substitute. I can't find any though that looks good. And by good I mean, like, you don't want any of the fibers missing on the side, because then you're gonna have a kind of a bald spot maybe. I don't know. I don't know. And I have been trying to got into contact with a bunch of hunters out here. However, it just never went anywhere, and I haven't, like, a few people were like, just got a buck, you're more than welcome to the tail, MIA. So I've been putting a huge effort into making sure I don't miss things, which I do. My chats seem to be laden with spam usually. And wow. And I was also trying to find places that sold roosters to see if I could get any feathers, because well, there's different qualities to the saddles and the saddle, what is that called? It's the saddle, and then the front or back areas. There's a name for it. Oh man, I always forget. Saddle feathers. There's, I'm sure it's going. Man, what is that called? Oh, oh, the rooster feathers just look so nice. Seriously. They're super long, pointy, incredible feathers. Saddle versus... And a bunch of people had duck feathers, however, another can't get into contact. Okay. Saddle. Well, I've been in. Okay. Cape? No. Cape? Is that it? No. Cape feather. Saddle versus. Like the breast feathers. Well, some say, like, saddle hackle, but then some are saying the front is the hackle. So maybe I'm just misidentifying. But the rooster has longer feathers, pointy, and then the hen has shorter, rounder feathers, which I thought was really interesting. Hello, Mahesh Chandra. Oh, no worries for your safe. Enjoy your evening. Probably gonna be skedaddling here shortly. Get out of this heat. And so today I tied Ian K. Oh, hello, Ian K. Half the city, not half the city, but a good few blocks still doesn't have power out here due to the tornadoes. However, all good down my street. Just tied this little guy. And when it's wet, it should be nice and thin, kind of like a minnow. I'm not sure if I made the tail too short or too long for the matter. I haven't seen these in action yet, but I did want to make a double because I made one last night that I quite liked, but I made it a little bit different. So I made this one last night, silver body, and I also made this one. So today, I don't know what length I want the crystal flash yet, so I just left it as is. So I kind of married those two together. Because right now, not following any patterns yet, just kind of tying based loosely off of things that I've been seeing, just till kind of getting used to holding the things. I know it's been like that for a while, but I plan on doing this for a while. Let me see, Spanish to English. I also like Selena a lot. Rest in paradise. Yolanda Saldivar is eligible for parole this year, or next year. Which, you know, if it wasn't Selena, I'd be like, you know what, everyone deserves a second chance. But she single-handedly extinguished the brightest flame this planet has ever seen. And then, all to have J-Lo play her. Girl. I'm just saying. Like... And there was another woman that was supposed to play Selena in that movie that looked just like her. Oh my god, looked just like her. And, which... I haven't seen the movie since I was a kid, but when I was a kid, I was obsessed with it. And, her music was just really, upbeat, and, I like it. There's that one song, See You Una Vez. I really like that song. I would try to sing it, but, I think I made, okay. In English. Oh, cool. Estaré pendiente means I'll be waiting, but esos son pendiente, that's pending. Those are pending. Esos son pendiente. When I, cool. Pending, outstanding, due, remaining. Wow, there's a lot of different uses that I could. Definitely going to be committing that pendiente. Pendiente. Eso son pendiente. Eso son pendiente. I hope I'm saying it right. Pendiente. Pendiente para la oreja. Pendiente. Pero. I'm trying not to look back at it. Pero de oreja. Oh. I don't think I spelled it right. Pendiente para la oreja. I spelled dog. Or no, I spelled butt. Because I think dog is with 2 R's. I could be wrong. Pendiente para. So for the oreja. Oh wow, is that how to say earring? Oh, okay, so pendiente could also be just like a pendant or charm. Pendiente para de oreja. O pendiente para de oreja. Oreja. Pendiente para de oreja. Been doing Duolingo. I know it's not the greatest, but I just trying to get back into it's just like pod. It's something good to keep your mind active and kind of fluid. Wow. Frankfurt. That's brilliant. I really want to see Germany in person one day. What little I know about my ancestors from there, I know people can't stand when Americans are like, I'm German. I mean, did I pop out of the ground? I don't know. Gotta chase, I mean, it, you know, makes me feel special too, so. It does. And I really like cabbage a lot. Cabbage and asparagus. Holy hell. There used to be a German restaurant down the street. Well, not down the street anymore. Oh my god. In Lake Worth. It was called Little Munich. And they had the best pickled, or the best red cabbage. And just really good. And my dad did their irrigation, so I got free food for quite a long time. Entonces, ¿qué es eso que has enseñado? No, Spanish to English. The more I force myself to type, the more I'll be forcing into memory. Entonces, ¿qué es? So ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es? So what is the enseñado? Enseñado. Oops. Enseñado. So what is it that you have taught? Pour le poisson. What is that from? What is poisson? Where did that pop out of? How do you say fish in Spanish? Fish? Pez. I did not know that. I thought it was poisson. I think I'm mixing memories of Pez. Wow. See, I was gonna try to make a Pez dispenser joke. I wish I had a Pez dispenser that dispensed fish, but I couldn't come up with the words in time. Pez. And how do you say fishing? Oh, pescado! Is fishing. Pesca. Dumb question. Is Pez like short for pescado? Are they two separate words? Are they interchangeable? Is one living fish and one is a fish dish, like in French where it is jambon for ham and, oh, how do you say pig now? Cord, how do you say pig in French? No. Cochon. Entonces, ¿qué es eso que has enseñado? I really like that enseñado. Oh! Please excuse my latency. Just making some letters. It printed this from the 3D printer today, which I'm really excited about. It's a little tricky to keep it held, but it didn't snap. So probably save this for the black thread. For some reason, this is no brand. It's the cheapest of the cheap, but got me started, so I'm forever thankful. This, the black for some reason. Also, I don't know if they're different sizes. They all feel very similar, but the black is really brittle and it snaps a lot. So this one was able to give less tension to the bobbin itself. So like this proper one is very tough, which is nice. However, the black, it just kept snapping. And even with the smallest amount of tension. And this is the, hey, this worked so good. The idea I have to remedy that is just rubber bands, perhaps, holding this a little tighter, and that way I could really manipulate the tension. And don't really know what else I could do, but interesting. That was quite decent. But again, this bobbin holder, it's not a true example of how it would be used, because it's supposed to be like that. It's long spools. I haven't come across any yet, but they're longer spools. So that's what that one's for. I just gotta put that spool in it because the spool itself is too big for the one that this kit came with. And I really do want to. I'm gonna wait until I am absolutely sure that any pattern that I tie, I haven't really tried many patterns yet, just kind of tying as I go and based off of loosely. But when I do get a little bit more efficient, I really do want to either set up an Etsy or go to the tackle shops and get a little stand in there. And because I gotta find something to do forever on this planet. Not here very long, so, you know, I really want to find something. And it's in between that and then we're going back to school to get a teaching, teaching, I think you need a bachelor's and something in a teaching license, how would you say? And I don't know, as far as Forever Path, because obviously streaming on that is not something we'll be doing for much longer. And but you know, one last hoorah. Oh, look at that! This whole time I've been suffering, and you could loosen this bit to give you, oh, that's how it's, oh, that's frustrating. I've been very excited to use this, so little things like that, it's easy, I guess, for me to not notice. Wow, that changes everything. You can put big boys on here now, big hooks, without, because it would be like this, but that wants to pop up, but now you could get, okay. Anyway, hope you all have a beautiful night. It's a little hot in here, and going to try to, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably watch that DVD, which, if there isn't any music in here, I feel like, oh, it's from Bass Pro. That's funny. It's been 2000. I'm trying to get the whole series. There's one on trout, there's one for other various things, but I went ahead and grabbed the saltwater one from eBay. I think it was $8. Well worth it. And slowly trying to collect every bit of Lefty's work. And the legend, rest in paradise. He passed away in 2018, and in Maryland, they have an incredible monument to him. I want to go so bad to a fish, but to eat a lobster roll with Lefty Cray, I think that's something. I might be a scatterbrain, but I'm pretty dang simple, and that just sounds incredible. The statue is him waist deep in water fly fishing. It's brilliant. Hablarás español. Please do, Alvaro, feel free to return. Being able to pick up on little words like this is gold. It really is. Because I'm being confronted by words I haven't seen before, forcing me to look them up, and that instills it into my mind. I mean, I really don't have many people to practice Spanish with, or not, you know what I mean, but like to say things out loud, and thumbs up or thumbs down, because pronunciation is not my strongest suit. My favorite way to learn thus far is through music, And I can't sing, however, I sing along to just about any song that I could get a grasp of the lyrics to, and that enforces a lot of memory. And like I said, Chavelle Vargas is one of my a friend of mine hips me onto her, and wow, she was friends with Frida Kahlo, which is really interesting. It's a small world, and but her music is incredible. Paloma Negra and La Llorona, La Llorona. Not the best at rolling my R's. I really liked the Lola Beltran too, and a really incredible voice, like a deep voice, really nice. She does a rendition of Paloma Negra. I'm guessing it's from a film, but it's one of the most addicting videos for me to watch. Oh my god. A, she's gorgeous. B, really interesting and unique voice. And not now, I'm sweating bullets. I'm starting to. And I'm gonna get out and enjoy some of this cold, what is that? A cold front, because the mosquitoes are pretty absent. So I'm gonna go outside and enjoy that a little bit. And yeah. If anybody has any recommendations or anything or questions, please never hesitate and feel free. The Instagram, Facebook, links are all in the bio of the channel itself. And hope y'all have a perfect night, and hopefully everyone is good and feels safe. Hopefully your community is good. And that's the best part about the best part about when hurricanes roll through, I'll put it that way, is the getting together afterwards. It's really always makes life feel a little bit more real in that sense. Like today, a woman was driving around collecting addresses to bring Happy Meals for everyone's kids out here, and the wildlife management area is putting on a food line, and another family had pallets and pallets of water just for anybody who needed it. It's just like little things like that, and it's right a few blocks away from, and it's just nice to see us all. And especially I think in the last few years, and with like everything that's happening politically, it's nice to see all that bridged by what's real and what's genuinely around us. On that note, happy trails. Hope everyone has a beautiful night.